Hi, I'm Andrew.
I'm Derek.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Jasmine.
And we are
Miss Hockey Equipment.
At Miss Hockey Equipment, we strive to provide high-quality equipment to thousands of women across Canada. During this presentation, we are going to be covering a brief overview of our company. Then we're going to go into some forecasting about potential customers, followed by an operational plan and a plan for our management structure. Finally, we're going to get into specifics regarding our financial plan. We're going to be discussing our marketing plan and how to get consumers aware of our product. And finally, we're going to be finishing off with details about our information systems plan. Now, to give a brief overview of our company, Miss Hockey Equipment is a manufacturer and provider of female-specific hockey equipment. That's hockey equipment designed specifically for the needs of the female body. Now, we plan to sell our equipment in retail giants such as Sport Chek, Pro Hockey Life, Canadian Tire. These big retail giants have a big gap in this market segment. Women's hockey is the fastest growing sport in Canada, and so we think this is a great opportunity and a great market for us to enter. We're also offering customizable equipment that you can order through our retail sellers and through our online store that's specifically customizable for you and made by Bauer. Now I'm going to give you some details about our mission, our values, and how this company came to be, but I don't want to sort of sit here and read off this PowerPoint behind me. I want to sort of give you two in plain English so you can understand where it comes from in our heart. Now, we all had a mutual friend who was a big hockey player, not sort of once a week, but she was on the ice every moment she could be. The one problem with hockey for her was that equipment wasn't really designed for her. She always felt like it was misshaped or not fitting exactly right, and sometimes she even had to use hand-me-downs from her brother. Now, we all kind of know this experience using hand-me-downs, but when the body shapes are different, it can be really uncomfortable. That's why we have created a mission to provide high-quality hockey equipment designed specifically for women. Now, before we get into the nuts and bolts, I'm going to discuss just a little bit about potential forecasting for customer forecasting. Women's hockey, as I mentioned previously, is the fastest growing sport in Canada. All right, there are approximately 85,000 women currently enrolled in organized hockey across this country. And to put that into perspective, that's of all hockey players in Canada, that's approximately 13% versus 87% for males. Now, that figure is expected to rise as the women's hockey continues to grow, and that's why we really think when it reaches approximately 20% within the next 15 years, we really think we're going to be in prime position to be major players in that market. Now, I'll send it over to my buddy Jeff to discuss our operational plans.
All right, hello. So for our operational plan, I'll be going over our supply chain management process. And at Miss Hockey Equipment, we'll be doing production internationally and domestically. I'll start off internationally, which will take place in China, where 90% of our production will take place. Lead time for production will be 10 to 15 business days. And within China, we will have several suppliers to mitigate the supply disruptions or any legal restrictions, any disagreements between us and suppliers. And after products are completed, they'll be taken on boats overseas and will be placed in our distribution center in Mississauga, Ontario. Okay, so now I'll talk about our domestic production, our in-house manufacturing. Located inside Mississauga, Ontario, we will be having a all-in-one location, which will include our R&D facility, safety and control center, our distribution center, and our corporate headquarters. And also 10% of our production will happen in that domestic location, which will focus on customizable equipment from our online orders and also on-demand production for our CWHL sponsors.
Okay.
All right, and I will pass it over to my colleague Jasmine.
All right, thank you, Jeff. And now I'll talk about the management plan for our company. So the management plan is a simple structure for Miss Equipment, and it'll be a simple structure since we have very recently formulated the company. The structure of the company will stay simple until the company has grown to a large size. Our team of 6 employees will decide every detail and stage of the company's operations. This structure is suitable for our company because it fulfills our objectives to become an industry leader in female hockey equipment by allowing us to work in an organization structure that is personal and effective in managing our small team of entrepreneurs. As a few company in the beginning stages of formulating our products and organizing strategies, this structure will allow us to focus on our goals efficiently without the added layers of a functional structure. With very few layers of management, communication will be faster between departments and allow for maximum utilization of an employee's time, as the decision-making process will be quicker. As a new player in the established industry, our structure will allow us to focus on making the products, innovating new products, organizing the daily tasks of all our members, and figuring out our strategic goals. The employees will also be provided with the incentive to perform in a flat organization, as it allows for greater opportunity for individuals' recognition. However, as our company expands as an industry leader with an increase in functions, we will need to implement new organizational structure to suit our needs accordingly, as a simple structure cannot sustain a large organization. And now I'll talk about our governance structure. Currently, our management team has decided to stay as a partnership business with a focus on innovating products that will dominate the female hockey equipment industry. A partnership company allows us to grow the company by focusing on long-term growth and not short-term performance gains for shareholders. As a business that is collectively owned equally between its members, we all hold responsibility for the debt and legal obligations. By having a shared liability in the business success, we believe all members will take on risks with responsibility and only if it guarantees a profit. Although the business will be a partnership, we have decided to give each member a specific executive position. The top management members will meet 6 times during the year in order to discuss the financial profits of the company and discuss any future opportunities for them. Now I'll pass it on to my colleague, Derek.
Thank you, Jasmine. Hi, I'm Derek. I'm about to talk to you about something that makes the world go round. That's right, money. And I really like talking about it, and I know we all really like having it. So let's dive into what will be our projected profits as well as our startup costs. Whoa, those are some big numbers. Let's see where they came from. As we discussed earlier before, there's currently about 85,000 female hockey players in Canada. By the time we're hoping to get this company started up, it should be over 100,000. We take that and we also add in the amount of new hockey players that are joining a year, as well as players that are going to have to renew their existing hockey equipment. Once you take all that into account, and the average amount of cost for hockey equipment for any specific player, you come to total revenues of about, in our first year, $8 million. However, there are a lot of expenses associated with our startup business, such as our R&D, our admin, and our operating costs. We're going all in here, folks. We're not going to start it as some small little company that ends up getting bought out by the competition. So unfortunately, we are going to run some deficits in our first few years. However, as we go into the future, you'll see that we likely and hopefully will trend upwards. As I said before, we are going to start in the negative. However, by the year 2045, we're projected to be a $30 million business per year gross profit. That's money in the bank. And as I said before, money's something I like having. Well, folks, growing up, my mother used to tell me, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. This means you should listen twice as much as you speak. That translates to, I've talked too much, so I'm going to hand off this presentation to my colleague and co-worker, Kennedy.
Thanks. So I'm here to talk about the marketing plan. So first is the marketing mix. We're planning on being distributed and sold in Sport Cheks and Pro Hockey Lifes in 5 major cities. Those cities are Montreal, Toronto, Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver. There's going to be a focus on product development that wouldn't be allowed if we had to worry about running our own retail stores. For promotion, we're planning on endorsing female professional hockey players, as well as advertising in local rec centers and other hockey arenas. Our product, we plan to offer a full range of hockey equipment and accessories, helmets, skates, chest pads, elbow pads. So we got 3 pricing models. The first is a low-cost youth equipment type thing to help boost market share. As the players develop and their bodies mature and they grow older, we would increase the price and become more of a premium brand and fill that slot. The second option is a premium pricing option the whole way through. In this option, we would be creating a high quality brand image. And the third option is lower prices all the way through just to maximize our market share. So next I'm going to talk about the budget. There's not many numbers in this. Recreational center advertisements, they tend to run about $650 a year. And then professional endorsements, they vary based on factors such as the player's caliber, how famous they are. And then for our future planning, future products will include improvements to our initial offerings. This means continuing to work and research about how the female body needs to be accommodated during hockey games. Much like our competitors, we'll put out various designs and styles of our equipment throughout the years, so that way there's plenty of buying options. And now I'm going to introduce Rachel, and she's going to talk about the information system plan.
So to start with, we'll be looking at some of the technologies the company will need in order to meet goals and objectives. So Miss Hockey Equipment will be incorporating a customer loyalty program through email subscriptions. This service will send customers promotional offers, coupons, and track consumers' purchases. This is beneficial as the company can better understand their consumer base while also building brand equity. Our company will also be implementing a website which will give consumers the opportunity to browse our products, order online, and learn more about the brand and our customization offer. By making this website convenient and simple, customers will feel more enticed to want to use this feature. Since most people are shifting to online shopping, we wanted to give customers the opportunity to order from home if they're unable to make it to our in-store locations. Lastly, we will be hiring a marketing team who will be responsible for updating the website accordingly. An analyst will be hired to track and manage data, and there will be a manager who will oversee all initial emails and posts. Having this marketing team is extremely important for Miss, as we want to make sure our website and email offerings are not offensive or disturbing to anyone. So, Miss Hockey Equipment will also be evaluating our key performance indicators. This can be done by tracking our website usage. Clicks, likes, and shares are all important factors that we would like to see increase annually. Our company plans to focus mainly on our share rate in order to generate buzz around the company. We will also be measuring the traffic of sales. This includes the number of purchases made, the number of people signing up for email subscriptions, and the ordering volume of our customized equipment. In the first year of release, we would like to see our product sales grow by 30% quarterly. We believe that the demand for women's hockey equipment is very significant and valuable. Our company wants all female hockey players to feel comfortable and satisfied in our equipment in order to ensure great playing performance. Miss Hockey Equipment wants to inspire all females to engage in organized sports in order to obtain a happy and healthy lifestyle. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we open the floor to questions.